With the 2024 to 2025 MLB offseason already underway, the future of Juan Soto remains one of the hottest topics in the league. After an impressive season with the New York Yankees, the 26-year-old outfielder has become the team's top priority, as the franchise desperately works to keep the four-time All-Star in the Bronx. According to ESPN's Jeff Passan, the Yankees' desire to retain Soto is most acute among all teams vying for his services. In addition to the Yankees, the outfielder has also met with other MLB giants, including the New York Mets, Boston Red Sox, and Toronto Blue Jays. But the question remains, will the Yankees be able to lock in Soto's contract, or will the competition be too fierce? First meeting, the start of discussions. Recently, the Yankees held their first in-person meeting with Soto, and team owner Hal Steinbrenner described the meeting as good, though he kept specifics of the conversation under wraps. What Steinbrenner made clear is that keeping Soto is a priority for the team's future. The question is, how will the Yankees compete against offers from other teams, especially the Mets, who are ready to offer an astronomical amount? Soto's impact on the Yankees. Soto's season with the Yankees could not have gone better. With an AL MVP performance, third place, Soto hit an impressive .288/.419/.569 and set a personal best with 41 home runs. His presence in the lineup was one of the key factors in leading the Yankees to the World Series for the first time since 2009. The importance of keeping Soto cannot be overstated. Losing him would not only weaken the Yankees' offense, but could also have a devastating impact on the team's confidence, especially after a season where the team clearly demonstrated its potential. Intense competition. Who else is in the race? While the Yankees are putting all their efforts into keeping Soto, the competition is fierce. Besides the Mets, who, with their billionaire owner Steve Cohen, are prepared to offer the largest contract in MLB history, other teams like the Red Sox and even the Dodgers are keeping an eye on the outfielder. The most discussed proposal for Soto revolves around a 13-year, $600 million deal, which would make him the second highest paid player in the league, behind only Shohei Ohtani. It's an impressive figure that reflects Soto's importance in MLB, and it would undoubtedly put the Yankees on the spot. What does Soto's future hold? Soto is in a privileged position, and his decision on where to sign his next major contract could shape the future of the franchises pursuing him. But the question everyone is asking is, will he stay with the Yankees, where he's already won the hearts of fans and made such an impact? Or will an astronomical offer from the Mets convince him to switch sides? And you, Yankees fan? What do you think about Juan Soto's future in New York? Do you believe the Yankees will manage to keep the star, or will another team outbid them? The 2024 to 2025 MLB offseason is hotter than ever, and with it, simulated trades are starting to spread, some more sensible than others, well, let's say, some less so. One of these trades, which is leaving fans and analysts perplexed, involves a name many consider the face of the Toronto Blue Jays, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., and to make things even hotter, the proposal suggests that the future of the Blue Jays franchise could end up with one of their greatest rivals of all time, the New York Yankees. But wait, does this trade even make sense? The idea was raised by Kerry Miller of Bleacher Report, proposing that the Yankees acquire Vladimir Guerrero Jr., one of the biggest stars in MLB, in exchange for some of their top prospects. The offer would include talented outfielder Spencer Jones, left-hander Brock Selvage, and right-hander Clayton Beeter, which would undoubtedly be a package of promising futures. But the question everyone is asking is, why would the Blue Jays, a team still dreaming of contention in 2025, consider such a deal? The proposal, trying to make sense of it. Let's take a closer look at the proposal and try to understand the reasoning behind it. After a tough season, where the Blue Jays finished last in the AL East, the team is looking to go all in for 2025. They are trying to build a competitive team, and that means keeping key pieces like Vladimir Guerrero Jr., especially considering he is negotiating a contract extension. If the team had any plans to contend in the near future, sacrificing their main player would be a devastating blow. Furthermore, by sending Guerrero to the Yankees, The team will be directly strengthening a rival that just made it to the World Series, a team that is already near the top. It doesn't make sense to trade one of the game's biggest stars to an opponent who could use this addition to dominate them in the coming seasons. Sure, the prospects sent in return are good, but they are not enough to make up for the loss of Guerrero, especially when considering the impact he would have, not just on the field, but also in terms of popularity and the franchise's identity. But what about the prospects? Are they good enough? To be fair, the proposed prospect package from Miller includes some names with a lot of potential. Spencer Jones is the Yankees' number 2 prospect, an elite talent, followed by Brock Selvage, the team's number 7, and Clayton Beeter, number 18. This would represent a solid return for a player of Guerrero's caliber if the Blue Jays were in a rebuild or looking further into the future. But the truth is, this trade doesn't seem to align with the Jays' immediate goals, who, if all goes as planned, should still be fighting for the division in 2025. Guerrero and the Yankees? It's not just about baseball, but rivalry. Let's also remember that historically, Guerrero has had an aversion to the Yankees. In several past interviews, he made it clear that he had no interest in playing for the New York rivals. Although he slightly backpedaled on those comments, the tension between the two teams is far from simple. After all, the rivalry between the Yankees and the Blue Jays is one of the most intense in MLB, and the thought of Guerrero wearing pinstripes, especially if that means a significant boost to the Yankees, is simply not something Blue Jays fans could easily stomach. Conclusion: unlikely, but not totally impossible. So, what do we make of all this? To be blunt, this trade proposal seems completely out of the question for the Blue Jays, given their future plans and how Guerrero represents the heart of the franchise. However, we can't deny that MLB negotiations can be unpredictable, and who knows what the future holds. What do you think? Could you see Vlad Guerrero Jr. in a Yankees uniform? Or would that be a mortal blow to the Blue Jays' hopes for 2025? Leave your comment below and share your thoughts on this bizarre proposal.